everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to another War and Pieces. Now, last week we did a live learn on how to play One Small Step. I was learning the game and showing you guys basically off the components, and we did it live. Well, of course we were going to make a few mistakes. There was no doubt about that. But over the week I've had a chance to play it at least 5 times. And I'm completely blown away by this. So today we're going to do a review. We're going to fix some of the things that I did in the video that I want to make sure that I get across, and just kind of give you a very brief overview. If you want to get a real good overview, go to the Rob Learns and take the corrections of the mistakes I made from here. But today we're going to review the game, and that is One Small Step, another masterpiece from Academy Games. So if you're waiting at the end for me to go, oh, this is not a good game, sorry, that's not going to happen. But I do want to talk quite a bit about this. Let's go down to the table and check out and fix some of the mistakes I made in our little learn, watch and learn. So what I'm going to do here is give you a brief overview of this game. Go check out Rob Learns. I'm going to fix some of the mistakes I made during that, but I just want to let you know what's going to happen. What you're going to do is you're going to be either the United States or the Soviets, and you are racing to get to the moon, okay? And on your way, you're trying to build a perfect engine and try to attribute as many victory points as you possibly can. Once you get here, you're going to get this token, which is 7 victory points, which is very helpful, of course. And then the game is going to end, and everybody's going to take one more turn. Everything is broken down into 7 phases. Just to make things nice and easy. I'm just going to show you the board right here. You're going to be trying to get these mission cards. First thing is going to be your countdown, and you are going to advance any mission cards that you put down. Now, one of the mistakes I made, and I tried to say, is that you have to do one of these in order to get everything. The first one that you have to do is the silver. Okay, you have to do the silver. That's the bare minimum to not cause a failure. A failure is going to cost you penalties. Either it's going to cost you, on the bottom here, as you can see, there's an X. It's either going to cost you victory points, or it's going to cost you media. And media is really important because this game does something that no other game does. Okay, space game that I've ever played, space race game. It really gives you that political aspect of it, okay? Trying to get funding, propaganda through the media, and then, of course, advancing your technologies. This game is brilliant because it hits all those different areas, and it does it through work placement. And right here, I have engineers and administrators, and you're going to lay these out either here to try to collect certain resources. You're building your engine, which is appropriate because if you are the Americans here, like I said, you are trying to build your Saturn V engine and get to the moon. Okay, you're going to do that, and on the way, as you get going, you're going to try to fulfill these missions that are going to help you along the way, and they're going to give you resources, give you ability to roll certain dice that are going to give you additional resources. You're also going to be able to play hazard cards. Hazard cards. You may see a requirement here, but there's a way that you can place someone that would cause you, like right over here, if we put somebody over there, that would give you the ability to place a hazard card onto somebody else's mission. They can't look at it, you can, but there's going to be additional costs that you're going to need to fulfill this mission. So you've got to kind of guess, oh man, what am I going to need to get through this and be able to have this mission not fail on me? And you're going to be drawing cards, you're going to be able to come here. Also, there's going to be personnel, and personnel are going to help you along the way. Now, the maximum that you can ever have is 3 personnel, and once you pick up a personnel card, you're going to put it right here. You're immediately going to place it. Okay, you can only have a maximum of 3. Okay, and should you get a 4th personnel card, you're going to have to retire somebody. Okay, this personnel is going to help you because as you get some of these tokens here, resources, you're going to be able to activate certain things that are going to help you build your engine. The personnel is going to help you achieve what you need to achieve, which is, well, basically get to the moon. To be able to build your craft and get to the moon, you're going to be able to place these, and as you claim each one of these, they're going to either have victory points that are going to help you along the way, but you're getting further along trying to get to your objective. Another thing I messed up is that any time that you place either a engineer or an administrator on this card, you're going to take that card into your hand. Not only are you going to get the ability, but you're going to be able to take that card. There's going to be certain costs to activate that card again. As you can see here, you would pay 2 funding. Okay, and I'll pick that up so you guys can see it. You would pay the 2 funding, you'd be able to play that card and be able to utilize it by adding different things and getting different victory points for it. So here you would get a certain amount of temporary resources, which is the other thing I want to talk about. You're going to have the ability to get temporary resources, or also be able to change some of those temporaries, if you don't spend them, into permanent resources. And that's all going to be attributed as you place your workers. One other thing I forgot to tell you is that once everybody's placed their workers and they go to the personnel phase, you immediately take your workers off the board. So there are 7 different types of sequences that you're going to go through, and I'm just going to show you really quick. You can see all this on the Rob's Learns video, but it's a countdown. As I said, you're going to move all those cards over and go into launch phase. Next thing you're going to do is replenish. Then you're going to draw 2 cards, okay, from your deck here, and each administrator is going to draw a card, and an engineer is going to draw a card. They're going to have the ability to draw different cards, which are going to help you along the way. You're going to place your workers, then you're going to place personnel tokens on personal cards. It's optional. If you have the personnel out, you can utilize your personnel. You're going to play any cards you have, and then you are going to go into launch sequence. So you're going to have all these things go, and what your main objective is to attribute a launch each and every time without taking a negative. Now, we also spoke a little bit about media. Media is very important because it's going to give you initiative, but also as you gain media, you can subtract media by subtracting back 5 media that you may have. If you were on 7, you would go down to 2. You're going to attribute and grab yourself one of these tokens. They are going to come in handy as you go. These tokens are going to give you additional things to help you build that engine, to help speed up the process. The main function, though, is making sure that you have initiative, because you want to get your guy that you think your personnel or excuse me, administrators or engineers out to grab the resources that you want. Because once you place somebody out there, you cannot put, there's 2 sections here. There's one for an administrator and there's one for an engineer. Once you place it on an engineer area, what is going to happen is that you cannot use the administrative area, and they can't use it either. So you're going to have to be smart in how you place everything, and initiative really plays into it, because you want to be able to get the resources that you can. Now, you can always, everybody can use this square right here. You can put infinite amount of people there, but through this whole thing, you're going to be wanting to have an idea of where you want to go and where you want to go with this, and learning how to use and utilize and both teams, your engineers and your administrative people, to work together for one common goal: get to the moon. All right, let's go up top and get some of my final thoughts. When this game came in the mail, I was more excited about this than I've been about something in a long time, and I could not wait to get it to the table to show you guys this. My anticipation of this, I had seen it a year ago when conventions were still going, and Uwe had it out, and they had a prototype of it, And I was so excited over this because growing up in the space age, for me, was just the most exciting thing to be an astronaut, to land on the moon. All the models I've gotten of the Gemini project and the lunar project, the Apollo project, and all, just watching all this stuff happen before my eyes, it was magic. So I've waited a long time for somebody to do a game like this, and one that really stuck and felt, made you feel like you were in the Apollo projects. This is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal. I can promise you one thing. This is a game that will never leave my collection. I have to thank Academy Games, James DuMond, also for helping me with. Listen, everybody makes mistakes, bro. All right, I was so excited I got this thing to the table, and I was trying to go through the book and stuff like that, and there were a few things that I jumbled up a little bit. It happens to everybody, but it did not stop my enthusiasm. I've played this game at least 5 or 6 times since that video, and each time I love this game more and more because it gives me that feel. It's just something special, and if you don't know anything about the space age, the space race, I really suggest that you do some research and learn how impossible that they accomplished the impossible, flying up to the moon in a calculator, pretty much. Some of the bravest men and that you could ever see, and all the men and women that helped get this project to happen. Especially within the time frame that Kennedy had set, was incredible. As well as the Soviets throwing down the gauntlet and saying, "Hey, this is what we're doing," and this incredible race and the propaganda and the trying to sell the media on it so you can get the funding. All the little things that this does makes this a phenomenal game. If you like worker placement games, you're going to love this. If you like history, you're going to love this. If you love Academy Games, you're going to even love it even more, just as much as I do. So I really suggest you pick this up. I cannot tell you how much I give a thumbs up to this thing. Okay, this is a masterpiece. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed. You get it at Academy Games or go to Miniature Market and pick up your copy. You will not be disappointed. One small step. For your old pal Rob from War and Pieces.